I'll start this video off by saying I don't feel bad for the Los Angeles Lakers. They have a problem on their hands. The Lakers and Russell Westbrook, they got a problem. Russ no longer wants to be a Los Angeles Laker, and the Lakers no longer want him to be a Los Angeles Laker. It's very obvious at this point that Russ no longer wants to be on this team. And I don't feel bad for the Lakers as they got themselves into this mess with the decision that they made to ship off their young talent for a win now approach. They are a poorly managed organization. Very poor. They had 2 off seasons where they fumbled. The Lakers got rid of Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, Jordan Clarkson, Alex Caruso. They let him walk. Lonzo Ball, D'Angelo Russell, Josh Hart. 3 of those guys are all-stars, and Jordan Clarkson won 6th Man of the Year. You traded 3 of them for Anthony Davis, who can't stay healthy at all, which that's not his fault, but he's the same guy that he was on the Pelicans. He can't stay healthy. Then you traded for Russ, who is clearly past his prime, which is why Houston got rid of him and why Washington was willing to part ways with him. Now, to me, it was really astounding the lack of urgency the Lakers showed this offseason as a front office. You have the top 2 or 3 player in NBA history, the history of basketball on your roster, who just finished averaging 30 points per game on 50% shooting in year 19. And you don't make any moves to get this guy some help and build a better roster. That's very confusing to me of why they did not trade Russ or AD. And after Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook season, the lack of commitment from Anthony Davis, any NBA team would have moved him. And what's sad is the Lakers had the talent to compete and they gave it away. They didn't even sign Alex Caruso. They offered him something minuscule like between $2 to $5 million. I forgot what it was that he said was the offer that they gave him. It was on the JJ Redick podcast, right? So anyway, back to Russell Westbrook, right? The Lakers are unable to trade Westbrook due to his contract he picked up. He picked up a $47 million contract, and NBA teams, they don't want that on their books. They feel he's not worth the money, with him only averaging 18 points per game. And I can understand that. If you're paying a guy $47 million, you want that guy to average more than just 18 points per game and be a little bit more efficient with the ball. He had a lot of turnovers, but this is who Russ has always been, right? The Lakers wanted to trade Russ to Utah, Brooklyn, or Indiana, and that didn't happen because they would need to give up 2 first-round picks. And I find it funny that you guys are now worried about the future of the organization and you don't want to give up your 2 first-round picks after you've already given away all these players who were great players. The Lakers had an amazing core that they gave away, and I'm not sure if it was Rob Pelinka or it was the GM, whoever it was. If it was LeBron, you don't let a player decide what happens within your organization. Sure, LeBron is LeBron. He should have, again, some type of opinion or some type of influence on what happens, but you don't go by his word alone. And that's exactly what they did. So I don't feel bad for LA. They did this to themselves. They traded for Westbrook. The NBA world already knew this wasn't going to work with LeBron and Russ as their 2 primary ball handlers. And obviously AD's health was the issue. The Lakers traded Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, and Kentavious Pope for Russ. These were 3 excellent role players they got that they gave away, and they could have traded for Buddy Hield. So again, imagine this. If the Lakers offseason would have went like this, imagine that they got Buddy Hield. Imagine if they kept Alex Caruso. Imagine if they kept either Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, one of them, right? And then you signed DeMar DeRozan because DeRozan wanted to be a Laker. It's already been said he wanted to be a Laker and they decided to go with Russ. So imagine that team versus the roster that they currently have constructed. They would have been in a way better position than what they are now, right? And I agree, right? So it never made sense to go out and get Russell Westbrook. This team has been terribly managed and they have had 2 horrible off seasons now. Right now, the only option they have to get Russ off the books is to buy him out, and that's not going to happen. If I'm Russ, I'm not getting rid of $47 million guaranteed. It doesn't make sense. So the Lakers and Russ are essentially stuck right now. Now, I will apply some blame to Russ. I'll give him maybe 10%. Because he made the decision to get paid. And I can't fault any NBA player for making that same decision when it comes to money. But if you really didn't want to be in LA, you shouldn't have picked up your player option. Me personally, again, I wouldn't turn that money down, so I understand. It was his absolute best option after the season he had the prior year, so it only made sense to do so. But right now, again, we got Russ and the Lakers. They don't want to be together. It's a toxic relationship at this point. And a lot of people are speculating that Russ faked the injury because he didn't want to come off the bench. And if he didn't want to come off the bench, it was possibly due to his image not wanting to be tarnished, right? Because we've seen this cycle again with NBA players. We've seen it with Carmelo Anthony, Nick Young, Allen Iverson, a couple of other players who've been blackballed by the NBA, if you want to call it that, right? Where they're kind of past their prime, they're asked to accept a different role than what they're comfortable doing or what they have usually done, and what that relates in is less money. Currently, we're looking at it happen with DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins is still an excellent NBA player. He was very good for the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs, but did the Nuggets sign him again this offseason? No, they signed DeAndre Jordan, which is absolutely ridiculous because DeAndre Jordan doesn't hold a candle to DeMarcus Cousins right now. But we're kind of seeing that with Russ. We see the same type of behavior when it comes to these NBA GMs and these ways that they get these players out the NBA. And I think Russ recognizes that, which is why he took the $47 million, which is why he, air quote, has a hamstring injury. I'm not going to say that he faked his injury per se. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't look like he truly had a hamstring injury. But yeah, I don't feel bad for the Lakers and what they're going through right now. So we can expect the Lakers to have the same type of season that they had last year. Anthony Davis is out with a back injury right now. LeBron's going to have to do everything again. Russ doesn't even want to play. You got a first-year head coach. We'll see how that goes. But the Los Angeles Lakers, again, they're just making terrible decisions in that front office, and I don't feel bad for them. But anyway, guys, this has been another episode of No Time to Explain. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know, what do you think the Lakers should do with Russell Westbrook? What do you think they should do with Anthony Davis, LeBron James? Should they blow this team up and start over? Until next time, I'll see you later.